Hey everyone, and welcome to possibly the most stupid video I've ever made, or the most stupid thing that I've ever ranked. I've ranked a lot of things, logos, jerseys, jumbotrons, and all kinds of stuff. This time I'm going to attempt to rank the NHL mascots, and I have two quick things to say before you skip ahead. So if you want to give me just a 1 minute to do my little spiel here, and then I'll get right into the actual rankings. I just want to say two things. Number one, I would love it if you could hit the subscribe button down below. That really helps me a lot. And hit the like button if you did like this video. And check out other videos on the channel too. There are other sports on this channel. There's geography trivia, music trivia, World War II trivia, all kinds of stuff on this channel I think you will enjoy. So please hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. And also I have a main channel called Post to Post, which is completely strictly hockey related. And every Sunday we release a podcast. So if you're not aware about that, please go check it out. Okay, number two, I want to tell you how I actually ranked these mascots. I didn't choose, okay, well, this one's my favorite, so that's definitely going to be number one, and I hate this one, so that's going to be 30, or that's going to be 31st, or whatever. I actually, even though this is stupid, and I'm not really taking it seriously, I am at the same time. If I'm going to do it, I may as well do it right. So I created different columns, and then I ranked each column at a 10, or heading. So I have name of the mascot, colors, are they kid-friendly or not? Costume, street cred, and Neil points. So street cred is basically, if someone who just saw this mascot for the first time, would they think it was cool or would they think it was kind of lame? That's kind of what street cred means to me. And Neil points is just a personal, subjective, do I like it or do I not? So every one of these columns I ranked out of 10 for each specific mascot, and then I added everything up, and then that determined the order of my list of mascots. So now you know my process, and I'm not going to show you the whole chart right now. I'm going to show you at the end of the video, but I'm going to take you through all the mascots here from worst to best. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on each. I'm just going to go try and do it quickly, and then at the end I'll show you my chart, and you can see all of my scoring for whatever category and whatever mascot. Now, I can't show you actual pictures of these mascots because I don't own the copyright to many of these images. I can't just go to Google and find a random image of Tommy Hawk and use that because it's copyright infringement, so I can't do that. So you might say, why are you showing these stupid pictures of dolls and bobbleheads and stuff? Because that's my only option. I can't monetize this video otherwise. So with that said, these images aren't going to be the best, but they're going to be a decent representation. I encourage you to go on Google and look at these, look at actual pictures of these mascots. Okay, let's not waste any more time. Let's get into this. Number 30, I put Sparta Cat from the Ottawa Senators. Now, like I said, I don't want to get too in depth of why I ranked some of these where I did, but there are some that I'm going to get in depth with, and this is kind of one of them. To me, Sparta Cat looks, number one, creeps me out hardcore. He looks like if I was in Montana, maybe I was taking a week away in a nice cabin somewhere, but I still needed to eat and drink, so I went into the local town to the convenience store, and all of a sudden someone pulls in their 1968 Ford, and they get out, and they just don't look like they smell good. And then they come in, and you can tell that they haven't showered in a long time. They haven't bathed. They probably smell like crotch. That's kind of the vibe that I get from Sparta Cat. I think he probably kind of smells like crotch. So because of the smell factor, and because of the way he looks, I think he smells, and because of just generally, he really does creep me out. He is scary. I'm going to rank him last, or he did fall last in all of my, based on what I chose for each category. So, okay, moving on. Number 29, and if you're wondering why I didn't start at 31 with 31 teams, the Rangers don't have a team, so they're automatically 31. So, Rangers 31, Ottawa 30, and Florida Panthers 29 with Stanley. Listen, there's nothing wrong with Stanley. He is the most typical mascot ever. He's a cute, cuddly thing, and the kids probably love him, but that's his fault too. He's generic. There's nothing really exciting about Stanley. He's just blah. So that's probably why he got scored so low for me. Number 28, Bailey with the LA Kings. Kind of for the same reason. Now, I appreciate the name. I understand why he's named Bailey. It's very respectful, and I do like that. He got points for that. But just in general, it doesn't really do much for me. You're called the Kings. Look at the the possibilities of a mascot when you're named the Kings. Like it could be, you could have an amazing mascot. To me, this is just a complete miss for me. So let's move on. Number 27, Stormy. Okay, another one that really kind of creeps me out. For the Carolina Hurricanes, we got Stormy here. He just looks like he's trying to touch me. He's got that finger up. He's looking for something to touch, and he's looking at me, and I mean, he's probably going to try and touch me, and I don't want a man-sized pig trying to touch me. He just creeps me out. I'm not down with it, so, I mean, it's ridiculous, but that's why he's that far down. Okay, number 26 is Carlton from the Toronto Maple Leafs, kind of for the same reason as some of the others. He's just, again, I understand the name. I respect the name. It's a great name. But I feel like with a team that has as the status that the Maple Leafs do, I feel like they could come up with something a little bit more original, a little bit more unique and cool, I guess, than Carlton. He's a fine mascot. There's nothing wrong with that, but he's just kind of boring for me. Number 25, Louie for the St. Louis Blues. Again, just kind of this cute, cuddly thing, the typical mascot that it just doesn't really do anything for me. He's not different. Doesn't have much of a personality. He's just there to me. So these kind of mascots are going to be that far down on my list. Number 24, Iceberg for the Pittsburgh Penguins. I like the color scheme, match the team and everything, but he looks like the expression on his face looks like he went to work, had to fart, allowed himself to fart to try and sneak one out, and pooed himself. 100% has poo in his underwear, and that face is the look of, I don't have a change of underwear or pants. That is the look of panic. That is the look of poo and pants. And if I'm not mistaken, bird's poop is white. And if you look down by the crotch of Iceberg, it's kind of white there. So I'm thinking that he may have pooed himself. Let's move on. Number 23, Harvey the Hound. Oh, I mean, you could put hard time in front of Harvey the Hound and just call him hard time Harvey the Hound. He has seen some stuff. I think that he looks like he's been to prison. He's witnessed stuff. He's had stuff done to him. He's done stuff. I just think that he's lived a rough life. That tongue is way out there. I don't know why. I don't want to know why. He's just creepy, but very iconic in the NHL. A lot of people know who Harvey the Hound is, so he did get points for that. Number 22, Stinger for the Columbus Blue Jackets. I actually personally like Stinger. He's different. He's not this typical mascot. But, I mean, this is Columbus Blue Jackets as they first enter the NHL. It doesn't really have anything to do with the Blue Jackets now. It kind of feels out of place, and with the canon, with some of the logos that they're using now, I think that they could come up with a little bit more modern, a little bit more applicable mascot. This kind of just feels dated. It feels dinky, but generally, away from Columbus, I do like the way this mascot looks and his colors and everything, so that's kind of why he falls in the middle ground here. Number 21, you got Bernie for the Colorado Avalanche. It makes sense. He's a mountain dog. He's got the thing around his neck that they use to... I don't really know the whole story. I don't know if they bring whiskey or water or whatever to people stuck in avalanches and people who need help or need found or whatever. So I don't live in that area, so I'm not familiar with that. I just know that from movies or whatever. So if I'm wrong, whatever, I don't care. But he's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, he's got a tail. Not a lot of mascots have tails, so thumbs up. Number 20 is Blades from the Boston Bruins. Blades looks like if you were on the streets and you were a drug addict and you needed some drugs right away, and you're scanning the streets and you're thinking, I wonder if that person could sell me drugs. I wonder if that person could sell me drugs. And then you spot Blades and you're thinking, bet he has drugs. I bet he'll sell me some drugs. Blades looks like someone who sells drugs on the street, or someone who will shank you. One of the two. Number 19, Howler. He's got a tail, which is pretty cool. The name makes sense. He looks all right. I mean, it's not my favorite, obviously, but I don't dislike him really that much. He's a little bit too cute. I look to see a little bit more angry, but not too bad. Okay, this one's an interesting one. Number 18, Youppi. Youppi is possibly the second most well-known mascot in the NHL other than Gritty. Youppi has a very loyal following. A lot of people like Youppi, but to me, he just has this creepy, like if you went on Google and you searched sexual offenders in my area, a picture of Youppi pops up. He just looks creepy. He looks like he does things that he shouldn't do. And for that reason, he lost a lot of points for me, but I like his name. I like his colors, but still, he looks creepy. I don't want to be around him, so... Ooh. Number 17, Sharkey with the San Jose Sharks. He's got a pretty cool head. I mean, as a shark head, it's got the teeth. It's huge. He's wearing almost full gear in a lot of the images that I saw. So, I mean, he's going to be up there for style points and probably some street cred as well. Next up is Sabertooth at 16 for the Buffalo Sabres. I mean, if you look at the outfit or you look at the costume, he's got to score pretty high there if I remember correctly. I haven't looked at my actual list in a while. I made it a couple weeks ago, but you got stripes all over. That's a full body outfit there. He looks pretty friendly, so he's going to have some kid points for sure. Not too bad, though. I feel like the Buffalo Sabres maybe have missed the mark a little bit, though. They probably could have done better, but overall, not too bad. Okay, number 15, Al, the octopus from Detroit. This goes way back, and it's hard to put him on the list because he's not technically a mascot. He is, but he isn't. He kind of hangs from the rafters. And actually, I'm not even sure if he still hangs from the rafters in the new Little Caesars Arena. But regardless, he is kind of technically their mascot. And he looks pretty pissed off. He looks angry. He's probably got some street cred, I think. I wouldn't want to mess with him. He's huge, which is awesome. But he's not the typical mascot, so he leaves some points on the table. Number 14 is Thunderbug from the Tampa Bay Lightning. Name makes sense. It's a real thing, kind of. The name isn't the best, but it does make sense. He looks fairly cool. It ties into the theme with the rest of the arena. I mean, I got the Tesla coil there and everything. I think it's a pretty decent choice for the team. It appeals to the kids, so it gets kind of like just above average score all the way across, I think. Number 13 is Hunter from the Edmonton Oilers. I would say well known around the league. Hunter's pretty popular, especially in some video games and the All-Star break and stuff. He looks pretty cool. He looks mean, but he looks friendly at the same time. They did a really good job with his costume. So, yeah. Next up is Finn. Much like Sharkey, he's got that big head. A little bit more, he gets probably more kid-friendly votes here because he looks kind of like he's smiling, but he's got the teeth, so he's kind of angry as well. Not too much to complain about Finn. He wears almost full gear too, so I like that. Number 11, New Jersey Devil. He looks pissed off. He looks angry. I like how vibrant the colors are. That red is just screaming in your face red. I like that. I like his little mustache. I think he tried to walk through a window, or he accidentally walked through a window, or one of these mascots walked through a window. Just search NHL mascot walking through a window on YouTube, and you'll find it. I'm pretty sure it was him, but yeah, he's pretty cool. I'm actually surprised he's not a little bit higher on my list here. Number 10, Mickey Moose for the Winnipeg Jets. I mean, that's almost full points for name, if not full points. I can't remember my chart, but that name's awesome. Mickey Moose, like, you get it. Like, it's pretty awesome. Plus, he looks pretty cool. He's got the aviators on. He's a Moose, Canadian aviators for the Jets. It makes sense. He looks good. He looks kind of intimidating a little bit with his eyebrows and the big teeth, but he also looks friendly at the same time too. So that's hard not to like Mickey Moose. Number 9 is Slapshot. I really like Slapshot. Slapshot's pretty cool. He's got the things on the arms. He's got the neck coming down, or the gizzard, or whatever you want to call that. He's always on the ice. I see him everywhere. He's very popular, and he just looks cool. So, yeah, that's why he's up that high on my list. Number 8, Victor E. Green. I love that name. Victor E. Green. Victory Green. Victory Green. You get it? Yes. He's pretty cool. He's cute, but he's got that swag. He's got that street swag. He'll bounce that booty around and get you going. So I like Victor E. Green. He's colorful. He's different. I don't actually know what the hell he is, though. Like, that's the problem. What is he? Is he an alien? Is he... I don't know. Like, I don't know what he is, but that's kind of the mystery. That's kind of the appeal of Victor E. Green here. Okay, next up. Number 7 is Chance. I've seen Chance in person, actually, in Vegas. Pretty cool. I like this mascot. Specifically his head. It's very detailed. It makes sense for the area. He looks angry, but he also kind of looks happy at the same time. And he's new, right? He's the newest mascot in the NHL, basically, other than Gritty. So I just think that he appeals to kids quite a bit, and even adults too. So they see him on like the towels and stuff. Actually, I think I do have a rally towel with him on it. Number 6 is Nash, and on the main channel a while ago, and by a while ago I mean maybe almost 3 years ago, or 2 years and 2.5 years, we did talk about the mascots. We rated them, like thumbs up, thumb down, basically. We didn't rank them, we just rated them. And I remember the conversation that we had about Nash, and he's pretty cool. He got thumbs up from both myself and Justin, I think, was in that video with me. And obviously, my opinion hasn't changed. He's number 6 on the list, top 10, almost top 5. He's pretty cool. I like the way he looks. He looks angry, but he looks friendly at the same time. He's got the big teeth. He does some cool stuff in the arena, like drive 4-wheelers out in the ice and come down from the rafters on a rope. So he's pretty cool. Number 5, Nordy with the Minnesota Wild. I really like his costume. It's just totally different. He kind of looks like a Ninja Turtle a little bit with the thing around the eyes, and he's got the thing on the forehead that makes the M for Minnesota. A lot of people around the league know him. He's pretty popular, so there you go. Number 4, Tommy Hawk. Tommy Hawk gets major Neil points for me because I believe Tommy Hawk got in a fight with someone, or he defended another fan, or he did something, and someone was teasing him. Anyways, he got in a fight. It's on YouTube. It was awesome. Heck yeah, Tommy Hawk for the win. I loved it. And also, he just looks awesome. The head is cool. I like this thing. I like the things coming down from the arms. He's definitely one of my favorites in the NHL. Number 3 is Wildwing. I mean, he looks angry. A lot of Neil points here. A lot of street cred. They got that big giant head. He just looks awesome. He's got some equipment down below. I mean, I don't know how you don't like Wildwing. He's awesome. And number 2 ended up being Sparky. I think for a lot of reasons. He scores high with the kids, I would assume, because he looks happy. His costume's pretty badass. He's got the wings on the back and the big horns. He's obviously a dragon. The name Sparky. I'm not sure what that actually has to do with the Islanders. Maybe someone wants to tell me down below. I did not look at the history. This is not an educational video. But yeah, I just think he looks pretty cool. I like his name. I see him all the time in that arena and on TV and stuff. So he scored high with me. And number 1, I mean, come on, it's Gritty. How do you not like Gritty? He looks amazing. He was created by Philadelphia, I think, just to screw with the NHL. I think the NHL probably poked Philadelphia a little bit and said, there's only 2 teams that don't have a mascot. You're one of them, and the Rangers are the other ones. You need to create a mascot. And Philadelphia's like, I don't really want to create a mascot. And they're like, you should really create a mascot. And Philadelphia's like, here's Gritty. You like him? That's kind of how I feel like that conversation went. I think he was kind of a joke, kind of a meme, or he was intended to be a meme. Amazing personality. He does so many funny things. He's lovable and creepy at the same time. I mean, he's just great. How can Gritty not be number 1 on anyone's list? He looks amazing. That's probably the first time that anything to do with Philadelphia has ever been first on my list. But there you go. So now that we've done that, let's just quickly put the ranking up on, or the actual score up on my list here. So I'm going to let you see everything. If you're on a phone, it might be a little bit hard to see, so maybe watch this part on a TV or a computer or laptop or something like that. But you can see all of my scorings here. For name, like Gritty, that's an awesome name. Gave him 10. Victor E. Green, 10. Mickey Moose, 10. I gave some kid-friendly 10s down for like Louie, Carlton, Stormy, Stanley. All got really high points for the name. Street cred, New Jersey Devil. He looks pretty pissed. Tommy Hawk got some street cred too. He can fight. And Gritty, obviously, street cred as well. So with all that said, Gritty only actually won by 1 point. He had 45 when I added them all up. Sparky had 44. And then it was actually a tie from third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. So from third to eighth, it was a tie. So really, from Victor E. Green down to Wildwing, they all scored the exact same way. So, I mean, you could rearrange those in any order and be happy. So if you're upset that Victor E. Green wasn't in the top 5 or whatever, well, technically he tied for third. So you can be a little bit happy about that, I guess. But anyways, you can see my whole scores here. Feel free to disagree, or like, I can't imagine anyone getting angry that I ranked a specific mascot so low. It's ridiculous. Like, who cares? Like, it's so subjective. And if I made this list a year from now, it's going to be completely different. So don't take this too seriously. It's not an educational video. It's a fun video. It's meant to be stupid. I'm kind of meant to look like an idiot in this video. That's kind of the point. So anyways, with all that said, I did have fun doing it. And as silly as I think it was a fun process. And I think maybe it could be a fun watch for you too. And I hope it is. And if it is, please hit the like button down below. Share this video and please subscribe. I would really like that. I'm going to be releasing content on this channel non-stop for the next year and more, and also on the main channel post to post as well. So please share this video around. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your viewership, and I will catch you in the next ranking video. Adios, guys.